I'm here with Blaze. Well, I was going to say forward or defenseman, Russ Cowley. I'm not sure. What are you expecting to play this year?
Yeah, I guess Rover. That's kind of I'll start as a forward and hopefully personally I hope I stay there. But at the end of the day, I guess if it's required, I'll go at the back end as well.
Because that was the aim even when Tomo was coaching, to start you as a forward, and then you've ended up just kind of creeping back to D. Which do you prefer?
Forward for sure. Whether that's obviously I played them for majority of my life. So from a preference point of view, definitely as a forward. But I'm comfortable on the back end. I like having the play in front of me. So and generally, I skate pretty well, and that kind of helps me. Obviously, being on the back end. Obviously, I'm not the biggest guy, but positionally, I tend to be where I should be. So I don't mind either. But yeah, definitely prefer forward.
And last year, if we go back to that season, it was a decade since we won the Grand Slam. Do you find there was a certain amount of serendipity that we managed to lift something?
Yeah, and you know what I actually said after it almost felt probably, for me personally, one of the nicer feelings I had of winning a cup. And the reason I say that, the treble was great. I was obviously young in my career, and I was fortunate, really fortunate, to win so many trophies being young. And I think sometimes when they're coming that fast, as they did, you almost take for granted that they're going to keep coming, and that's not always the case.
That was a really special year.
Oh yeah, well exactly. But I mean, last year obviously to face the adversity that we've faced maybe over the last couple seasons, not as a team but as an organisation, and then obviously last year we obviously had a few situations where there was a couple changes made, and to go from a 9th place team to 6th place and then winning the playoffs, I think it was something, Cinderella story, something special really.
It was almost a polarised year, wasn't it? Because you went from, like you said, 9th place, you went on I think the record you matched was the unbeaten streak at home in the league with consecutive wins, yes. And then to go on and win the playoffs as well. Have you ever had anything like that similar in your professional career?
No, I don't think so. The treble year we did go on a good run, but I don't know whether it was similar. Maybe that's a question for you. Maybe just have a look and see. I can't remember. We did go on a good run that year, but yeah, last year. I mean, when Chuck came in, and there was a few different things that, there's a few kinks in our game that needed to be sorted out. And once they kind of got going, I think guys started to, build confidence, and that was huge. And we were all on the same page, all working for each other, and that made a difference, obviously, at the end of the day.
This team's got a bit of a different makeup to last year, though. A lot more skill by the look of it.
Yeah, I think we've got some really good firepower. We've got some patient players. Like you say, I think overall, I think we're going to score more goals than we did last year. That's for sure. While at the same time, I think players that have brought that offensive element to our team, they're still responsible defensively, and that's an important thing. And I know Chuck holds people accountable defensively, and I think we'll have a good all-round game.
And that D group looks pretty balanced as well. And then you've got Big Boris. My goodness, what a signing he is.
Yeah, he's a big boy and nice guy. And obviously, I've only known him a couple of days, but yeah, you know what? I think we're solid. Whether you look at goaltending, the defense, and the forwards, I think we've got, as I was saying, a really good mix.
We're going to be there or thereabouts for the silverware by the look of it.
Yeah, that's the goal. We're all in this game to win, and we've got one trophy to obviously, we're holders of that trophy. We've got to try and protect that as best we can, and obviously we're looking to win another one.
And will defending it be difficult? Do you feel like you've got almost a target on your back?
Not really. I mean, obviously with the playoffs, in this country, they're over pretty quick. Yeah. But even still, whether it's a league trophy, I've been in all situations defending any trophy, to be honest. Like I say, I've been fortunate enough to be in those positions, and from my experience, you can't let things like that get in your head, because it will affect you. And for me personally, I've never thought about things like that. I always worry about the task at hand. So, you take it a game by game, period by period, shift by shift.
Brilliant. Thank you, Russ.
Yeah.